Supposed to be 3 Premier League games today. That's the first of 3. But breaking news is that the evening game, Manchester City against Everton, is off. Jamie Weir joins us to talk us through it. Jamie, COVID-19 again.
Yeah, absolutely, Ed. The second game this season to have been postponed because of COVID. Newcastle, Aston Villa, obviously earlier this month. And Manchester City have literally just released this statement in the last few seconds. They can confirm that this evening's Premier League fixture at Everton has been postponed. After the latest round of COVID-19 testing, the club returned a number of positive cases, in addition to the 4 already reported on Christmas Day. Remember, Gabriel Jesus and Kyle Walker were amongst the players they announced to tested positive on Christmas Day. They say with the security of the bubble compromised, they're posed a risk that the virus could spread further amongst the squad, the staff and potentially beyond. Based on strong medical advice, the Premier League, in consultation with both clubs, have decided to postpone this fixture. All positive cases involving players and staff will observe a period of self-isolation in accordance with Premier League and UK government protocol on quarantine. The first team training ground at City Football Academy will close for an indeterminate period, with the squad and associated bubble undergoing testing before any decision is made for training to resume. Everyone at the club, they say, wishes all of their colleagues a speedy recovery ahead of their return to work, training and competition. So that's interesting, that line about the training ground being closed for what they call an indeterminate period. The Newcastle Villa game, you'll remember, they had to close their training ground, Newcastle as well. They then said to the Premier League, look, we're not going to be able to prepare for this game against Aston Villa on Friday night. And it was 3 days before that game was due to be played that the Premier League then postponed that game. This is the day of the game that the Premier League are confirming that Everton and Manchester City has to be postponed. And the interesting thing for Manchester City, Ed, is that they're due to play Chelsea this Sunday. They've got a League Cup semi-final at Old Trafford in 9 days' time, a week on Wednesday, and then the fixtures just keep coming thick and fast. And you'll remember, Manchester City, here is their fixture schedule. Chelsea, as I said, this Sunday, then Manchester United in the League Cup semi-final, then Birmingham in the FA Cup, Brighton and Crystal Palace in the league. They're due to play every weekend and midweek right up until the middle of February. You'll remember that City and United, because of their involvement in Europe, started their seasons a week later as well. So Manchester City's game that should have been at the start of the season against Aston Villa has already been postponed. This is another game that's been postponed. Their game against Chelsea this weekend may well have to be postponed as well. And for Manchester City now, who are involved in the League Cup, involved obviously in the latter stages of the Champions League, when are these games going to get played? So it's a big problem for the Premier League, this news that we're hearing from Manchester City this afternoon. And Everton, they don't really have anything to say about it at all. They were ready to be playing this evening, and because of these positive cases from Manchester City, they're just going to have to go, abide by the Premier League and government rules.
And Everton fans due to be there, or 2,000 of them or so tonight as well. So it's another complication. Interesting with Manchester City in mind, as we say, going for the League Cup, going for the Champions League and going for the Premier League. It's a lasting effect. We wish everyone well with the COVID-19 diagnoses, of course, but Steve Bruce has spoken about the long COVID-19, the fatiguing effects for some of his players. So it could well impact those fixtures, even if they're able to be played. Yeah,
and we've heard, Pep Guardiola has been one of the most vociferous managers about just how this condensed Premier League season will have an effect on all the players in terms of fatigue. They played only 2 days ago on Boxing Day, ironically against Newcastle United, came out of that one with a 2-0 victory. But obviously 48 hours later, a number of more cases have arisen, in addition to Kyle Walker and Gabriel Jesus, and City are now in no position to carry on with this game, purely because of the risk, as they say in the statement, that the security of the bubble has been compromised, and there is a risk that the virus could spread further. And, given that the rest of the country is getting into further, degrees of lockdown, and various areas are going from tier 3 to tier 4, clearly this is a decision that has been taken out of Manchester City and Everton's hands.
OK, Jamie, thank you for now. I know you'll be across the story as it develops.